We are going live. Ba, 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 ba. It's finally happening. Are we live? Are we live? Hello, Judith. I am double checking until stuff comes up in my. Yes, there we are. And hang on, I just need to. Yep, I'm watching. Okay, I've got it. I'm covered. I am watching us. We are on. We are here. Hey guys, I am so sorry for the delay. We had a couple of issues in getting this baby started, but we're here, right? That's commitment, so it's all good. And welcome, Judith. So today we've got Judith joining us. And Judith is one of our, I think, few members that actually you're starting off with a product, like your business is a product, and you have used KBB to really scale it and take it to the next level, isn't it?
That's correct, yes.
I love it. So you are the co-founder of Nutricraft, and you even got yourself dressed the part, so you can see it there, which is our Australian made, which is a cookware company.
Yes.
And you're a mom of two, and you're an entrepreneur, and
Yes.
you're a health advocate. So you really got it all. I love it. And you started KBB in March as well. I think
Yes.
like all the last couple of interviews I had, they were all part of the March intake, the 2.0 big one. That was I. And you are now in module 5, so almost finished.
Yes.
Yes, that's so awesome. And welcome, Svetla and Robert. Thanks for watching, and sorry guys for the delay. I hope it's all good now, and let us know if everything is working. If anyone is dropping off, audio not working, I don't know what, please let me know. So things just happen, and then I have to restart. And but today we wanted to talk a little bit about your business and how you've been able to scale it. But first of all, tell me, through the KBB journey, what have you discovered to be your superpower?
My superpower is that I am an health advocate of safe and non-toxic cooking, that I am going to be a nutrition and health coach. So I'm also on the pathway of getting my certification and to be internationally recognized, and that I can actually insure it. Companies would like to insure me.
Yes, that's awesome. And who is your niche? Like, there's been so much discussion, right, about niching it down. I'm like, being Brazil, you always said niche, and it totally set me off. And now I'm confused on how to pronounce it, niche, like all that stuff. So on niching it and getting your niche right. So what did you discover is your niche?
I mean, in fairness, I just like to clarify this, especially for our viewers, for our audience, because I don't like to give them a false hope or false, what do you call this? That KBB is like an overnight success, that has given me my superpower, my niche, or, clarity and all that. It's not, it's KBB is only at one course that actually helped me to become more clearer and congruent to my niche or to my avatar. Okay. Prior to joining KBB and KBB Down Under, we've already created and released and produced our Australian brand. That's why I'm wearing the Australian flag. It's Australian brand. It's a premium and non-toxic cookware. So this is not your ordinary cookware that you can buy in the market or in the retail and all that, okay? So this is completely different. And the colors that I'm wearing represents what we stand for and all that. So what I find we started a business, we actually have successfully created different businesses. From 2014, when we were selling all different parts of, the marketplaces of Amazon, from electronics to custom print on demand, from bookkeeping and e-commerce websites or services, and then we have the product, which is our own brand. So it's during the KBB journey, what I have become and what helped me establish is that yes, we are taught there to create our online course, to have our mastermind, but it also helped me to do every piece, every steps of my online course. So actually, I've just this morning, I've just gone through. This is probably now like the sixth version of editing my first online course, putting all the pieces together. So from if I think about it, from module 1 to module 6, it's like after 6 months, it's like one module every month. I put that, so I read, I implement it, and put it in my own business. So the second month, I studied that module and then put all the pieces together and implement it into my online course. So that's basically how I build it. I build it. On that process, I'm evolving as a better person, as a better educator, making, what do you call this? Making this, being a student. So I've become from a student to become a coach, a mentor, and now I'm an health advocate educator. So when I actually launch it, which basically I'm going through now my funnel, my email marketing, my SMS marketing, that's now I'm about to release it. I think go live on Monday.
Yes, awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Very exciting.
So,
And I love hearing people's stories, exactly how they learn and how they take KBB, because there's just not one right way to do it, right? It's like, some people just finish it within like a weekend and they just like smash through it, and other people, they take like a year and slowly go through it, but implement it along the way and really take actions as they learn more, So it's just good to hear that there's no right or wrong way, guys. Like whatever works for you works for
yes.
you, and you can still have success. It doesn't matter if you do it within a weekend or if you need a year or more. Like it doesn't matter. You're not going to be successful just because it takes you longer.
Yes. And like what you said, there are of my courses when I was studying my for diploma of accountancy and all that, in one weekend I smash it. Okay.
Yeah,
But the objective of that is just to get my piece of certification,
yeah,
get everything, all my exams underway and all that. But with the KBB and all the mastermind courses that I'm doing, it's different. It's more of learning, putting in action, and get results. So I would rather take the time, but to actually process it, implement it, test it, what it works. And then, because when you, and this is why I'm very passionate in sharing about my funnel building, is because you get right the first time, you just clone it, duplicate it, you know.
yes, I love that. And that brings me to the first question also. Like, what have you found with three like key elements to really getting your business from like this local brand into a global, bigger brand? Like, what has really worked for you?
What really was the key for us, because we have created several funnels too, but it was not all the time successful. We build it, it flop, build it, it flop. It's actually the messaging. You have to get the message right. You have to get your foundations right. If you get the foundations right in your funnel and then your messaging right, then you will be successful. And right now, what we're actually finding is that I have to actually switch off my lead generation because I couldn't even handle it anymore. I couldn't handle with the time that I've allocated just for that. I could not handle to actually, what do you call this, call them, all of them,
Mm.
or manage to deal with their queries. Because yes, we have staff inside sales that's helping us, but it's just me and my husband. We like to personalize every, because we're building a relationship here. And I keep
Yeah.
saying we're not here just to sell a cookware. We're here to build a relationship, and the funnel allows us to build the relationship to the right people. Today, I just said to my husband, "Look, that I think I'm gonna add another filter on our in our ad or in our funnel. I don't want so many people just going through the funnel. I want to make sure that they're the right people. I want to spend more time with that right person or with that right couple or families, you know. So that's what I find in terms of my journey of this funnel building and all that.
Yeah, so really getting the message right. And I think that's where that, like that niching down really comes into
Yes,
play, being
yes,
specific whom you address, like you said, and getting those filtering things at the beginning.
yes,
But by the time you get to it and talk to the person, you're pretty confident that they would be a good fit.
yes. Because KBB, if you look at KBB, right, the main mentors there or coaches is actually Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Russell Brunson, and Jenna Kutcher. Okay,
Yeah.
I've been following Russell Brunson since 2014. I
Mm.
bought all his books. I've enrolled on his courses. Not all courses, because some are pretty much very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
those that
Okay.
those that I can afford.
Yeah.
Okay, but I remember very well what Russell said. Find your voice, find your voice, find your tribe, and make a global impact and change the world. So I remember that very well. And when I started reading one of his books, what's my superpower? What is I don't know. What's my expertise? What's my genius zone? I don't know. And I keep reading it. How do I find my tribe? I was like, I don't know where to start. But I keep reading different books about mindset. And then until one day, I like, my husband is the one that actually said to me one day when I said, look, Dad, I said, I don't feel like I'm making a change in someone's life or making an impact on someone's life with our businesses. I said, I don't feel like I'm leaving a legacy to our children that they could be proud of. So he's the one who said, well, why don't you create your own cookware brand? Because, I've been selling different things.
Yeah.
I'm selling
Everyone else's cookware.
yes. And so, and he said to me, and I'm very, very thankful of him having, believing in me and having faith in me, because I remember very well what he said to me. He said to me is that, Mom, you know that you found a solution. You know that you have done a lot of research. You know that it has helped our families' health problems. And I do know, he said, you can do better than what's out there. And so for my husband to actually, I mean, of course it's it's my husband. Of course he's gonna say that, right? But he did not just say that just because he's gonna try to please me, but he actually said that. And after that, I said to him, Dad, why did you say that? I said to him, did you really think that I can do that? And he said, of course, yes. I wouldn't even say that. You know how to sell. You know what you're talking about. So that's basically the start. And then I think early last year, we started building a funnel just for Nutricraft. And we actually paid someone to do the message for us, the content on the funnel. And it did not work out. Okay. It did not work out. And we did not even get like people to attend or register their names. And then right now, where we start analyzing it, why did it not happen? Because of that first content, they're actually the content writer was actually portraying me to be a cook or a chef, or
Yeah.
um, and then we look at the different message. This message says, come and watch an online class. And after reading that, I said, why would people come and watch an online class presented by Judith Viado? Who is Judith Viado anyway? I'm a nobody. Why would they? When they can watch free YouTube classes, there's so many out there,
Yeah.
What does this class stands out for, So when I compare that and what we're doing now is it's a completely different message, okay, on the funnel. This message actually teaches people about health, nutrition, safe, and toxin free cooking. It's preventing someone to get sick. It's preventing someone to get those lifestyle diseases like, diabetes, high blood pressure. And that's the message that we actually is saying to people. The message there is that, hey, we've gone through these sufferings or health problems, we've gone through this a lot of research and comparison. Maybe we would like to share you our story, and maybe you can learn from our journey and prevent your family in getting sick like it happened to us. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just a normal, ordinary housewife that I've been doing what I'm doing. Well, in fact, the other one is like the other message is, well, I'm this and this and that. You should come and listen to me. So that's the message that you need to get it right when you actually build a funnel,
Yeah.
because that funnel, it will speak to the right people even when you are sleeping.
Mm.
So to us, it allows us to reach 8 countries, and we've actually been now shipping to 8 countries in like 13 months.
Amazing.
We've reached our, like, 6 figure in like 14 months, you know.
Yeah.
So it allows us to speak to the right people while we are sleeping. It helps us to reach out and educate people in different parts of the world. So that's the reason why I'm passionate about, creating the funnels and all that. It's like, this like a jigsaw puzzle or a pieces of puzzle. You put all these beautiful pieces of that funnel, and then you release out to, and then you will see that, ah, it makes someone, aha moment, because yeah, that's right, that's true, which all our research that we compiled and summarize it in that one funnel. We've got different funnels, of course, we've got
Yeah.
different funnels. Yeah.
And I love that key message. And it's so interesting. It works in so many different ways. But like I teach that to my clients, for their presentations and connecting to people, like really having that connection is like the first thing. Like people don't anymore just want to buy a product, right? They don't want to go to like, oh, there is Judith and she seems to be very professional and knowledgeable, so we will buy from her. Like, no, people want to hear that story from you. They want to hear why you're doing this and why is that important to you and why it should be important to them, essentially, like making that connection and this entire thing of like, oh, people saying, oh yeah, me too, like I totally, they can relate to you, you can relate to them, and that's what makes a big difference.
Yes.
So you're saying putting that into your funnel, into that sales funnel writing,
Yes.
made all the difference for your product and for your sales, is it?
Yes. So it helped us to actually scale our business to the level that we could not do it if it's we're doing it just face to face prior to COVID. Because me and my husband still works full time. I work full time as an Oracle NetSuite Systems and Solutions Manager, and my husband is a senior RF engineer. So we only have that weekend. Saturday is only our business day, really, because Sunday is our family day. So we have this lead generation that we get someone to call those leads. And it's so frustrating because you go there, you start early. I go to the market very early to buy the fresh fish, chicken, fruits, and vegetables. Then we drive to our, we are renting out a place that we presented, a commercial kitchen and all that. And then you get all these people in the list, which we're doing it through Eventbrite, and they don't turn up. You go through all this preparation and everything, and they don't turn up. So then you've just wasted all that day away from our children. Sometimes our children comes there to help us, but it's only like within the Sydney area. And we don't even sometimes does not want to go any more farther than the city here in Sydney CBD, because it's the time, the parking, all that. But when during the COVID lockdown, me and my husband look at it and say, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with our business? So one of the challenges that we actually put to ourselves is that Judith Viado, co-founder of Nutricraft, how did I build a business? How did I transition Nutricraft into a global success during the COVID lockdown and actually survive the Australian 2020 recession? So we have survived the COVID lockdown. We've actually transitioned from a face-to-face to digital. That's through our funnel. Now we are in recession in Australia. So we're actually making, we're actually going through the process of, are we gonna survive this? And we will. So that's why we are now reviewing again all this. So we already have a 3 months plan, 6 months, 12 months, and 5 years plan. So
Awesome.
so that's what we're doing now. So and next time that you're probably going to interview me here is that, yay, I've gone through the Australian 2020 recession.
Hey, exactly, like the next level. And what's your plans? Because like you said, and I think that's also a good point, because we've got a lot of people that are still working, full time, and they're finding it hard to make that time to build their own businesses.
Yeah.
Like, what's maybe a recommendation that you can give to those people? Because you're doing it clearly very well, together with your husband. So do you have any tips and tricks on how to get started while you're in a full-time job and got a family and everything else going on?
My recommendation, my suggestion, which is purely based on my own experience and my husband's experience, my family's experience, one thing is, get your family on board with whatever you're doing, because you need the support. You need all the support that you need. That's one. Okay, you really need, because with our business, if I am in a meeting, my husband cooks. If we are on a demo, my children would prepare, my son would prepare the table. If we go to expo or we need to bake, my daughter bakes the cake, and all I have to do is present it to the rest of the world, because my 3 family members are there supporting me. That's one.
Yeah,
And another thing is that get your foundations right. I always say happy, healthy, and successful. Happy, you're happy what you're doing. Your family members are happy. You are happy that what you're doing is really what your heart tells you. Okay, because when you're happy, it shows, and you can help more people. If you are happy, then you can connect to the right people as well. And you have to be healthy. How can you help other people when you are not healthy yourself? You can have the money, all the money in the world, but if you're not healthy, you cannot do anything. Okay. If you are successful in what you're doing, successful to me is a lot of things. Successful in your marriage, successful in raising your children, successful in your career. I'm very happy with my own, as an employee as well. I'm happy seeing my employer that because it's improving someone's system, processes, and all that. To be a part of their journey as well is something that I enjoy very much. I'm learning from them, and at the same time, I'm helping other business to learn from my other skills, which is systems. So I guess that's why I love funnels. It's a system, it's a tool.
Yeah.
Okay. and another thing is, please don't quit your jobs yet while you are building. Oh, sorry, Vivian.
Thanks. Don't worry, I've heard that before.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I didn't quit my job, so it's okay. I can live with
Yeah.
this.
Well, the reason why I say that is that Nutricraft is actually Nutricraft as a business is fully funded by me and my husband. We don't have investors. We don't remortgage our house just to finance it. So we don't have like debts just for the business. Of course, we still have bills to pay and all that. Don't get me wrong, okay? We've got bills to pay. It's still especially with the COVID and all that. But what I'm trying to say is that we're not desperately reaching out for investors so that we actually run our business, okay? We still in the comfort zone that, okay, if we don't have a sale, it's fine. We can still pay our people. If we don't have a massive sales, then we don't have, we still can eat. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm basically saying, that because we still have our income coming in and all that. But we are also fortunate that more and more people are appreciating the health benefits of our premium and toxin-free cooking. So that's a second one. Third is, please upskill yourselves in whatever you want to do to improve in your business. The reason why I say this is that since 2015, I've been always wanting a funnel. So my husband started our funnel, and basically my husband said, "Oh, it's easy to build a funnel, this, that." So he started using, funnel. We've compared different funnel building and all that, and sometimes you hear a lot of advertising or marketing about, "Oh, this solves everything. This solves everything." Please find the one that fits your business. Not For example, my funnel building could not work for you. You might need something that's easy and just something that it's done already. Not like me, I'm starting from scratch. I start my funnel from scratch and put all this together. So maybe that's not suitable for others. So to me, what I find is that since 2015, I try to reach out to other funnel builder, and they always say that, "Oh, a funnel is like 1,500 US dollars a funnel, okay, or
Yeah.
2,000 US dollars a funnel, or you can engage my BA for 2,000 US dollars a month."
Mm.
And a startup business like myself, we don't have that. How can you afford all that, as well as buy your product, run your business, we just, so and then we engaged a marketing agency for, I think, $1,500, but all the copy, he's copying it from our website, and all the videos and all that. And I said to my husband, "Dad, but these are all our work, and it's not converting for the, I think, first 2 months, or first,
Mm.
um and they don't seem to care that, the Facebook ad is burning my money, and yet there's no results." So around, I think, 20 last year, um we started looking back again at funnel. And then this March lockdown, I said to my husband, because my job, my hours, no, my days from full time to part time, I said to my husband, "I'm going to convert that 2 days into something that would upskill me." So I upskilled myself into digital marketing, funnel building, copywriting. Because my husband is very good at content writing as well. And so we built the funnel together. Everything that you see from our brochure, we put that together, we built that together, we create that together, rather than paying someone or going to a holiday on Christmas. We're here in our office, just eat at the backyard or in backyard. We put everything together. To me, is that if you know how to build, you don't have to be an expert of all those things, but if you do know at least the basic, the foundations, because the way we've done it is here. I mastered this funnel building. I mastered the actual website and the all the financials, and then we hand over or we pass it to someone that could do the other work. So say, for example, I'm an accountant. I like to read all our financials, the income, the COGS, the expenses, the tax implications, all that. But then we got a bookkeeper who's doing all the daily grind, and we've got an accountant that do all that to ATO,
Yeah.
and then, but after we review it and all that. So I'm more of like a review supervisory. In terms of marketing, I'm the one that learning and studying all about Facebook ad marketing. So this is my funnel. Who do I want? So today, for example, in terms of niching, we only want a health conscious families, especially with those little ones that are hard to feed, vegetables, those ones that, what do you call this, can afford or has got some surplus. So we're very niching on what, it's like what I said, like my husband said to me when we have a sale, "Who did you drop in your funnel?" Because a funnel is like this, right?
Yeah.
So you're filtering them, and whoever
Yeah.
is reach the bottom, that's your customer,
That's your client.
that's
Yes,
your client. So
exactly.
so
That's
that's
awesome. And yeah, getting them through that and really getting that message right. And
yes,
like I said, like it's even possible with like less time. You've made that dedication and taking that extra time out with the support of your family to
yes,
really upskill yourself and learn a lot of those skills. Like there's
yes,
no, I think there shouldn't be any illusion about, that things just magically fall together if you're not putting any time and effort into it.
yes,
Like
yes,
there is definitely hard work required, and starting off, you kind of, have to do most of the stuff yourself to
yes,
begin, isn't it?
yes. You have to do a lot. first in yourself, because budget is tight. um, for us, we have to do most of it ourselves, between me and my husband and my children, because the money that we have is obviously gone to the product, you know.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm very actually proud and humbled to say that we don't have one single cent that is spent on SEO or Google ad. We don't have that. Right now, we've got the $10 to $15 a day that we're spending on Facebook ad. And why did I begin Facebook ad in the first place? It's because for 3 consecutive months now, we got actually a complimentary 1 month session with a Facebook marketing expert. This is actually an
Yeah.
employee of Facebook, you know.
Yeah.
So, and because it's part of the training to train me, then I have to run that, so that when the next time I have a session with them, they can see the statistics, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm getting I'm liking it, because I know how to do a retargeting audience, look alike audience, interest, targeting. I
Yeah.
know I want. So because at the Facebook level already, Facebook ad level, I already know who my perfect audience. By the time it reaches my funnel, then that message has basically been gone through to them. You don't really, you like what Russell said, is that you actually serve those who called to be served.
Yes, yes, exactly. Getting the right people that are ready,
Yes.
and going through that one. Anyone who is still watching, we had a few people drop out as it's getting a bit later, and I think people are getting ready for dinner. But if you have any questions, please, I should say that at the beginning, pop in any questions, any last ones for Judith. But I think it's really, the kind of that getting that messaging right. And we had last week, we had Veronica McDermott, who's a copywriter, being interviewed. So she gave also some great advice on how to get your copyright and how to do that like conversational copywriting, really coming from yourself and using your own voice as well.
Yes.
So guys, if it's something you're interested in, check that one out again. And together with Judith's tips on how to put it into like a funnel and really finding the right strategy for you, isn't it? It's kind of a trial and error. Like you have to figure out what works best for you, your clients, and your business.
Yeah.
So then that's kind of gives us a good starting point. And I think, Judith, also you can put one of your funnels, maybe one of your standout funnels, in the comment section afterwards, so people can have a look, to see exactly what it looks like once it's done. And that's already a funnel that is converting at the moment. Yes. Right? So that would be really inspiring for others to see. And I think lots of people got lots of, information from you and are looking up to you. And how can we reach you? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, you can reach me through my website or through our email, which is contact@nutricraftcookware.com. We also have our website, nutricraftcookware.com. But on the comments later on, I will also add that way, because one of the things that we are also now extending as well, and I think before we finish as well, I just wanna also add that we've launched the Nutricraft Online Academy. That's where
it's all happening.
It's all happening, yeah. So Nutricraft Online Academy is where our courses for digital online courses, and then we also, as part of helping other people that's been affected as well by the COVID and all this going on in the world, we have the Nutricraft Livelihood Program, where we provide a small capital to other families that's been affected with this COVID. And I'm coaching them to have their business as well for free. Okay, we provide them a small capital. I coach them to, how they're positioning their business as well to stand out. And also moms that wants to learn to cook. And so from that cooking, they can actually sell to people and make some small, source of living. And so that's where that Nutricraft Livelihood Program. And another thing is that because Nutricraft is all about creating opportunities for people to be healthy, for people to have a better life, uplift poverty, and also opportunities for my people as well that works for us. Because if I cannot provide that, and then I also find other businesses that could use there, so employment, livelihood, and all that. So one of the things that we're also offering is that funnel building, because who can afford $1,500 US dollars, per funnel?
Yeah,
So
not me.
not me. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
that's one thing, and I want to share that way. You guys, if you find a way to learn, and if you learn something from me, by all means contact me. I'm in LinkedIn, I'm in WhatsApp, I'm in Facebook Messenger.
And you're here, exactly. You're
Yes,
in the
I'm
KBB
here.
Journey
Yes.
group. And Sharon just asked a question. Sharon, she's recently started her group, and she's doing all the Skinny Geek, I think it's called, if I'm getting it right. Sharon, correct me if it's wrong. But she's all about exactly low cost tech solutions, for
Yes.
people that start up as well.
Yes.
But she's asking if you're using the hook story close in your funnel copy as well, if that's
Yes.
the
Yes.
guiding
The
structure.
hook, the story, and the offer. Definitely. Yes.
Yes, that's so good. So maybe Sharon, once Judith puts the link down, have a look as well. I think it will be good to see exactly how it comes together in one, beautiful funnel, and how it can look like, and get others inspired. Like, I know definitely funnel building is one of my next things that I need to upskill in and get ready. So this will be really, really helpful.
I think one thing that
Skinny Startup. Thanks. Sorry, Sharon just didn't. The Skinny Startup is Sharon's new group, and you've got Judith, you got a group as well, your high performance tribe.
Yes, high performance drive, elevate, ignite, and what did I say? It's very long. Yes.
I love it. What did I say? Like, you've got one of those groups. Yeah.
It's actually high performance drive, elevate, educate, and ignite, empower, elevate. Sometimes the reason why I created it like that is ignite, empower, elevate. Ignite meaning find your passion, get excited, find it, and get ignited in my group. Empower, because I'm there to educate. We educate as a team, a group. Elevate. Let's scale it to a level that we don't have to work 9 to 5. We elevate it. We're in. It's I call it laptop lifestyle. Okay. I've experienced that feeling. We're in the middle of the a river in an island, and then I can actually hear the money coming in because someone just bought my product. It's that feeling that, oh my God, even though in an area where there's supposed to be no internet, and yet people are buying my product and service, and that's the situation that I want to create it. In a longer term, not just short term, not just one weekend, but for the rest of my life. If I can, like what Russell Brunson said, is that when even I said to my wife, even if I think that's what he said, even when I die, don't turn off the funnel. Just keep it going.
I love it. I think we need to leave it with those words. Exactly. Even when I down, don't turn off the funnel. There you go. Just automate your business, people. That's the next step to get into.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's the ultimate goal, exactly, I think, for all of us, to really just streamline it all. Thank you so much, Judith, for being on here. Anyone on the replay, you can still ask questions. I'm sure Judith will get back to you, and you can drop your links below as well. And tomorrow we've got the Zoom catch up. So tomorrow, 5 p.m. Sydney time, is the catch up. And I'm re-emphasizing this because people have been having troubles finding the link. So the catch ups are for anyone to get into. So it's not an interview. It's not like this. It's not meant to be just watched. It's meant to be join the discussion, and we will be talking about getting our 100 perfect fans. It's a recurring topic. We had it once, like way back. So we're opening that again and getting into that. So check out the events. All the events are in the event section at the top. You can go through it. There are events and there are all the catch-ups, and you can say that you're going, so it sends you a reminder, and the links are in the events as well. So hopefully see you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.